called Biden's use of fighter jets to bring down balloons hysterical and laughably childish. By pitting fighter jets against a surveillance balloon and an unidentified object, according to Chinese Communist Party-owned media, President Biden has only succeeded in making the U.S. military appear weaker. China is portrayed as being at fault in the relationship, and the United States is accused of taking a hysterical stance toward China. According to an opinion piece that appeared in China Daily, the largest news source in the nation, the Joe Biden administration's handling of the Chinese balloon case last week was intended to highlight the country's strategic strength amid vehement criticism from Republicans and the low approval ratings of American officials. However, it has revealed to the world how foolish and hysterical the United States has been in handling the case. In that opinion piece, which was also published in the People's Daily, a state-run media outlet, it was claimed that Biden's unpopularity in the United States and Republican pressure to be tough on China were what caused him to overreact to the balloon incident. A clash between the two nations would be disastrous for the entire globe, according to the op-ed. The U.S. should have dealt with the balloon case in a calm and responsible way without letting it being hijacked by the bitter domestic political politics, it stated. The day that op-ed was published, the United States shot down an unidentified flying object, prompting the hardline Chinese magazine Global Times to accuse Vice President Biden of staging a juvenile farce in the sky to appear tough on China. The U.S. shot down an unidentified object around Alaska on Friday on the orders of President Joe Biden, according to an opinion piece in that newspaper. Less than a week after a U.S. fighter jet fired a missile and brought down a Chinese balloon, an utterly harmless civilian airship designed for meteorological use, the article stated. Orders from the White House are becoming hilariously inane because they are mired in traditional politics and political correctness. According to the Global Times column, it is obvious that Biden immediately shot down the second object after receiving criticism for taking his time with the first one. Additionally, it claimed that the government was attempting to portray the U.S. military as strong by engaging in combat with what China maintains are civilian airships. When their adversaries are balloons, the United States did make a convincing case that the F-22 is invincible, the report read. Unfortunately, the U.S. propagandizes in this way, by boasting about shooting down balloons. U.S. strength or weakness in the presence of balloons, commercial airships, and other unimportant items, it appears to be pretty tough. However, the United States' option in a true conflict is to exhaust others, it continued, possibly alluding to America's assistance in helping Ukraine defend itself against Russia. Republicans and Democrats in the House unanimously voted this week to denounce China for sending at least one and maybe several balloons and other boats into U.S. airspace, defying China's attempt to direct attention to intra-American party strife. Both sides have asserted that China is inciting the United States, not the other way around, and that it is unwise to believe what China says. The creation of a new committee to monitor China was approved by both parties in January after House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, a Republican from California, declared that the era of trusting communist China is over. Democrats also criticized China this week for attempting to minimize its routine violations of American airspace. Representative Brad Sherman, Democrat California, said, China claims it reserves the right to respond against America for the arrogance of shooting down their surveillance balloon over our soil. We shouldn't be shocked by this audacity. It is the result of China successfully oppressing us and getting away with murder for many years. Sherman continued, this balloon has awakened the American people, and it should awaken us to the many bigger things that China has done. That's today's latest news. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment so that this channel can continue to exist. Thank you for listening to the end and I hope it's useful.